Hey guys. Hey, welcome to It's the King Thing with Miss Ray. And I'm Miss Ray, of course. How are you? So it's been a little topic of conversation that men think that women think that they don't have feelings. Now, I'm gonna be careful when I say this, so I'm gonna catch a little bit of heat, but it's okay, I can take it. So, do women think men have feelings? I personally know that men have feelings. I know they have feelings. The question is, why don't they show them to women? Um, and I can only speak for the women that I know. Because the guys that I know be like, because y'all bras be, saying X, Y, and Z. So I know that women have a habit of not making a man feel safe. And once a man doesn't feel safe, he's definitely not going to open up himself with you, be vulnerable with you, and be, you know, he's not going to lay in your arms and cry. He's not going to do any of those things if he feels like he's not safe. If he feels like later on you're going to throw it in his face, or if you have in the past when he's tried to be vulnerable with you and you threw it back in his face later on, he will never, ever trust you with his feelings again. I don't care if he told you how he felt today and you throw it in his face 6 months from now. He'll never, never, ever be vulnerable with you again. Never. I'm telling you what I know, because my brothers was like, we're not doing it, because you've shown me that I can't trust you with my innermost deep, dark feelings. And once you do that, you may never, ever, ever get it back, or it may be so far down the line, you might not even care if he shares anymore at that point, because it's been so far few in between. But at what point do you accept your responsibility in that? Because had you not let me take these off. Had you have not threw what he told you in his face, he might have kept being vulnerable with you. But you took something he told you, and if you didn't throw it in his face, you told your homegirl, and it got back to him. Whichever which may have been or how it played out, he'll never do that again, because men are already very skeptical with giving their feelings away in the first place. So if he gave his feelings to you and you decided that you were going to step on them, chew them up and spit them out, tell your homeboy on kiki on the phone about it, and he found out, you don't have to worry about him no more. You don't have to worry about him anymore, because, honey, once bitten, twice shy is a definitely true fact with that. Why do women do that? Why do women take something that's so vulnerable from a man and use it as a stepping stone, or use it as a pawn to get what you want out of him? Like, why do you do that? Why do you like to hurt him? I mean, what is it in you that makes you want to hurt him? Does it make you feel good? Oh, girl, I had him whining and crying. I want you back. He was doing all that. And now he's not doing it no more. And he might be entertaining somebody else that's making him feel warm and safe. And then what? You mad now? You mad because he ain't paying you no mind. He ain't paying you no never mind, because he didn't gone to his safe space. He's gone to his safe space at this point. So now you mad. What you mad for? Because when you had him, you dogged him. You dogged him out. It's very hard for a man to sit here and tell you how he open and honestly feels, or what is bothering him, or what is hurting him, and you turn around and throw it in his face call him weak, call him a punk, or tell your homegirls that he's a punk and thought it wasn't going to get back to him. That same homegirl you tell him that information to, she probably want him to leave you so he can come to her, because she's not going to do that. Did you think about that? Men are very, I won't say fragile. That's not a good word to use, but they are to a degree. It takes a long time for a man to trust you enough to give his heart to you, to give his courage and his vulnerability to you, and for you to take them and step on them. Not only did you ruin it for you, you probably ruined it for a lot of other women until he can find another safe space. Now let's do role reversal. How would you feel if you were sharing your vulnerabilities with a man and he took it to the homie, yo, I smashed that girl and she cried talking about she loved me and this, that, and the other. Nigga, I ain't think about that girl, and da 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 da, and played you out. How would you feel? You would be mad. You would, I bust the windows out your car. That's what you would do. I mean, if I'm wrong, please, somebody tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, because I don't think I am. That man play with your feelings, you're going to bust the windows out his car. If you got his PIN number and his debit card, you're going to try to take all his money out the bank. You're going to go tell the homies he got a little wee-wee. I mean, you're going to do all the all the craziness. You're going to do it all because you're mad, because he hurt you. But when you dishing out that hurt, did you think about that? Because everything you do comes back on you. You are aware of that, right? You are aware everything you do comes back on you. I know so many men who don't have a safe space, and y'all women don't get it. All a man really wants is a safe space. When he's having a bad day at work, when something that went wrong with his finances, when what he was planning didn't quite go the way he wanted it to, he got childhood trauma. He lost somebody that he loved, and all he wanted to do is come to his girl and be able to tell her without fear of judgment or ridicule or belittling. I'm just saying, like, you don't think you want that? Because I'm pretty sure you do. So what makes you think he don't want it because he's a man? The hardest job around is being a black man. I'm not saying it's easier for other nationalities, but black men, they got it hard. I actually feel really, really, I'm not going to say sorry, bad. Very just, I don't even think I can think an adequate word to say how bad I feel for black men. They got it hard. You can't walk down the street without fear of something happening. You can't drive your fancy car without fear of something happening. You can't go on your job without fear of something happening. They walk around with so much damn fear. Hell, I would probably want to stay in the house most of the time if I didn't have to go out if I was a black man, because it's just too damn hard to be one. And as I'm raising a black man and I fear so many things that can happen to him just because he's a black man, it's a terrible feeling. I've got brothers that I love and adore. It is a terrible feeling, always fearing for them, especially because they're in different industries that make a lot of money, and you got a lot of jealous people running around who want your life. I fear for them. I pray over my family all the time, every single day, every meal, when I wake up, when I go to sleep, because these folks out here is cold-blooded to our black men. I mean, cold-blooded. You can't even go in the liquor store as a black man without a fear. That is not a way to live, but that is their life every single day, 365 days of the year. Do you have any idea what it's like to be here? I have a hard enough time driving my truck being a black woman. I can't imagine being a black man in my truck because you're going to get pulled over. Like I have my cousin cracking up. So, sometimes the police car gets behind me and they drive behind me. And if you drive for so long, I'm going to pull over and jump out and say, officer, did you need something? They be like, ma'am, are you okay? No, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't need me because you have been behind me for a second. Did you want to talk about something? They be looking at me like, is she crazy? No, but I don't like that. Because you probably thought I was a man there because my windows are tinted. You probably thought I was a man, but I'm not. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. And I usually have my hair pulled back like this because it'd be hot on my neck. So I always keep it up. Now I got braids, so I keep it up there too. But at the end of the day, they probably be thinking I'm a man in that truck. Now, if I was a man, y'all can't do that. Y'all can't jump out the car and ask the officer, do he need something? It's going to be a whole situation. But why? Is it because we're Black? Is it because we're Black people? Black men? Like, what is it? Because I always tell people officers seem to be punks with badges and guns, which is a very bad thing to have, a punk with a gun. Because you couldn't fight in high school. You probably got bullied in high school. So you thought, I'm going to get out and become an officer. And that's why y'all shooting everybody, because you can't fight and you never could. I said what I said. And y'all know I rock with the police. Y'all know I do. But there are boundaries to the whole situation. And at the end of the day, I need them to act like they got some home training. So when we're out here damaging our Black men, I need us to think about it. I need us to realize that every single day of their life, it's hard for them. They walk around with a bullseye on their back, hell, on their front too. So when you running around here laughing at them and poking your fingers at them and making them think that they're less than, how about you don't? How about you don't? Because that's why they think, oh, women are bitches. Y'all hoes don't give a fuck about us and bop, 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 bop. That's not true. Some women really do care. Some women do care that you have feelings. Some women care about what is bothering you. And they want you to come and they want you to be transparent. They want you to be open and they want you to divulge how you feel. But then you got them other ones that straight rats. They don't care about nobody but themselves and tearing down somebody else because they really ain't too fond of themselves. Yeah, I said what I said. It is what it is. What y'all gonna do? You'll say something in the comments and I'll respond and that'll be that. Because I mean what I say and I stand on what I say. And if you don't like what I say, feel free to leave the podcast, turn it off, or do whatever. But you know I'm telling the truth. If you ever sit back and watch some of your friends, you just be looking at them and they be saying some things. You be just like, ooh, I need to change this friendship because I don't like your get down. And sometimes that's necessary. And that's okay. Because I've done it plenty of times. I've done it with family. There's just certain, you have to have boundaries and be careful who is around you so that when you do meet a man that you do want to be vulnerable, he will trust that you will not dog him because he was vulnerable or because he did share a tear or because he did express his feelings to you. Because when they're not expressing their feelings to you, oh, he don't care about me. All he care about is himself. I don't even know what's going on. What's wrong with you? You not talking. You ain't saying nothing. That's because the last time he talked and said something to you, you threw it in his face, you laughed at him, you told your girlfriends, you put it on Facebook or Instagram and embarrassed the hell out of him in front of the whole world. Because y'all got that bad. Y'all got that bad putting stuff on Instagram and Facebook about you and your dude. Is you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Okay, well, y'all keep on dogging your men out. And that girlfriend of yours, you think is your girlfriend? The minute you let him go, she gonna go scoop him up and say, come on, baby, lay your head on my shoulder and tell me what's wrong. I'm telling you want to know. I done seen it happen several times. You better watch what you're telling your girlfriends. Oh, how about, oh, girl, he do this, he do that, and he do this for me and do that for me. And the one time you tell her he don't do something that you want, girl, you need to leave that nigga. And as soon as you leave him, she right in your spot, or at least trying to be. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Be careful how you treat men. They are the most hated creature. Not only are they black, but they're black men and they're strong. And people don't like that. You know, them other folks, you know, them ones, they don't like that. They don't like that about them at all. So they do their damnedest to tear them down, to make them feel like they're less than, to make them feel like they don't matter. So you have to stop that. You have to stop that. You got to do the opposite. You got to build them up and make them strong and let them know that they can do anything they set their mind to. They can be anything they want to be. Support them, not tear them down. They get enough of that in the streets. Who want to come home and get tore down some more? Only a crazy person will want that in their life. Ooh, y'all children, I tell you. I tell y'all. Y'all have got to learn how to treat one another. We treat each other so badly. So badly. And why? Somebody said it's the crabs in a barrel mentality. Listen, that's an excuse. We got to stop that. There comes a time when you got to want something better and want something different. We're going to stop blaming it on what happened 400 years ago. Hell, 30 years ago. We're going to have to stop with the excuses because it's an excuse about why we treat each other so badly. Hispanics stick together. Indians stick together. Jewish dang sure stick together. We don't. We will not stick together. Hispanics will live 20 deep in a house and keep their money, stack their money, and go buy another house, cash money. We can't live 3 in a house without fussing and fighting. Well, you bought them Jordans and you didn't pay the electricity bill and bop, 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 bop. I said they live 20 deep. We can't live 3 deep. Somebody explain it to me. And please stop telling me about the damn crabs in the barrel. Because if you really think about it, Hispanics had to come over in the darkness of night on the back of a truck with no damn air. Or they done walked for miles and miles and miles, or they done got on a little boat and came across trying to get into the United States of America. And we here, and we won't band together. So I need us to stop with the excuses about why we treat each other so bad. We gun each other down in the streets like dogs. You shooting up kid parties. What did the kids do to you? Oh, you was mad at their mama or their daddy. Well, hell, go shoot up the adult party then. I don't even understand what we do to one another and why we do it to one another. It doesn't make any sense. And then, I don't even know why I bring this up. I'm going to bring it up anyway. Let's talk about the whole gang thing. You got, let's just make some up. The 11th Street and the 12th Street, and they Crips, and they fight each other. Then you got the 9th Street and the 8th Street, they Bloods, and they fight each other. I thought it was supposed to be red against blue, not red on red and blue on blue. We just won't get along on any facet. On any facet. I know several gang members who are now retired and out of the life, trying to educate the younger ones, but you can't get no respect. You rather shoot at each other. Again, black men getting torn down and nobody to build them back up. Nobody wants to pour into their life. Their girl is just like, whatever. Oh, and God forbid he goes to jail. You sleeping with the homie. Huh? What just happened? Out of all the people you could have slept with, you had to sleep with the homie, which meant you probably wanted the homie all along. No loyalty at all. None. But again, we'd rather tear the black man down than build the black man up. Now, I'm not saying if he went down for something dumb and he got 500 years and he's never getting out, that you should sit there and pine away. I didn't say that. That's a you choice. But could you not smash the homie? Can you go find somebody else? So at least he done lost you and he don't know the homie's getting what he had. That's all I'm saying. Like, can we at least have a little bit of class about it? At least go another street over or another set over, something. But let them not know your man that you just left. That's not cool, ladies. That's not cool. That's not cool. I need us to do better. I need us to help these black men want to be vulnerable, want to share their feelings with you because you are their safe space. It is too many men telling me that women think they don't have feelings. That is not what I should be hearing. I should not be hearing that in 2024. Why are we making these men think that women have no feelings when all we are born to do is to nurture? We're born to nurture. So why are we not nurturing? Why are we not allowing them to come to us in their most vulnerable stage and say, I just need you to hold me. I just need to woosah. I just need to, can I just breathe? I don't even want to talk about it. Can I just breathe? And you not understanding how to do it. I don't understand. It's in your nature to nurture. Let me say that for you again. It's in your nature to nurture. And if it's not, watch a damn movie. You got Love Jones, Loving Basketball. What's the other ones with the guys? Something. I can't think what it's called right now. The Tay Diggs and Morris Chestnut and all of them. There's several movies that you could watch that could teach you how you probably want to love a man. I don't think you can find it on YouTube, but I mean, you could try. I've never tried it, but quite possibly you could try it. Hell, Google's there for everything else. Maybe that'll help you. I don't know, but figure it out and stop tearing these black men down. I've said what I said. Okay. On that note, let's talk about. I'm so messy today. So now, Donald Trump was found guilty, right? On 34, I'm not going to do like everybody else and count out 34. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But there's a young lady from Maryland. I think she was a district attorney. She was a district attorney. And she caught a case for buying property with her own money. I have not looked at the details of how that worked out, but whatever it was, she caught a case, okay? And they gave her a 12-month home confinement and some other stuff. But she got 12-month home confinement for buying something with her own money. Let me say it again, with her own money. With her, I had to say it again, with her own money. So now he got 34 guilty verdicts. 34. Do you think he'll serve any confinement at all? A little bit? I don't think he will, but I think he will want to, because if he doesn't, it might be a problem. Because people are starting to get tired of certain people not being held to the same standards as Black people. Getting tired. And then when you wonder why they start taking pot shots at people, well, what did I do? Why did they shoot at me? Because folks is getting tired. Especially when it's blatant racism. Folks is getting tired. And then he's still allowed. I think for me, I don't understand how he is allowed to continue to run for president. Soon as he was brought up on the first case that he lost, by the way, he shouldn't have been able to run anymore. Now that he's had these 34 guilty verdicts, he should not be allowed to run any longer. But he is. And I don't get it. And I'm going to have to reach out to my friend Morris Kelly on KFI and Roland S. Martin and ask them, please educate me, because I'm not understanding what's going on around here. I, for whatever reason, dumb, naive, back in high school, Miss Purdy, Sherman Oaks CES, I swear there was rules to this game of becoming sitting in government and becoming president. I thought there were rules, but clearly I must have been absent on the day that she taught how you can be elected president, because he is the most unethical person I have ever met in my life. And he blatantly says the most disrespectful things, and he's never censored, and he's never gagged, and he's still allowed to run for president. He has no type of degree whatsoever. Hell, I got more degrees and certifications behind my name than he does, and yet he's president. That really bothers me. And then you wonder why we're the laughing stock of America. But our black men can't catch a break. They sitting in prison, half of them for some stuff they didn't do, another half, well, let's take that back. A quarter of them for the stuff they didn't do. Half of them, another half, the other half, which would make now 3/4 of people, sitting in there for marijuana. That's now legal. Let me say that again. Half is in there wrongfully convicted. I'm sorry, a quarter of them is sitting there for wrongfully convicted. Half of that, not half of that, but the other half is sitting in there for marijuana. You got 1/4 left. I don't know what they doing. Playing video games and rapping, I guess. Being on TikTok and Instagram. I'm just saying. No shade. If you make money off of that, do it. Not so much the weed part or the video games. But if you're making money playing video games, more power to you. Like if you making money doing something, I ain't mad at you. But if you sit around just video gaming all day on your behind doing nothing, or doing anime or whatever it is you're doing, you're not making no money, while life keeps passing you by, while people are here doing bids for crimes they didn't commit or for weed, you need your ass up, because it's a disrespect to your ancestors who died, who were beaten, who were hung, so that you can have a better life. And you sitting there playing a video game and ain't making a dime off of it, you need your ass whooped. I said what I said. I said what I said. I think, you know what? I talked to Mom Sheila the other day. And I tell her she is the example of a wife. I swear to God, I ain't never met a woman like her before in my life. And then I look at these women that are wives nowadays. And my cousin said to me, when you get married, you're not getting a wife, you're getting a spouse. He said the Bible said the man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So you're already a wife before you even get married. Once you get married, you become a spouse. I was like, okay, cuz. I had never thought about it like that. But I'm looking at a lot of these girls and looking at them like, you are not a wife in any way, shape, or form or fashion. They get mad when men come home with white women. But I have to say I understand why. Because Becky with the good hair, she gonna come let you lay all your troubles down in her bed. And she not gonna throw it up in your face. She gonna make you feel warm and comfortable. That's how they end up with Becky with the good hair. When he hungry, Becky gonna buy a burger and split it in half. Hell, she might split it into you can have 3/4 and I'm gonna eat a quarter. See, we not gonna do that. We gonna get mad and go home to our mama. He ain't got no money, mama. And instead of helping build him up. Prime example is Duval and his wife Kadeem. If you don't know who they are, he's on Sisters. I'm not sure what she's on, but she's a host and an actress and different things. She's simply gorgeous. They both are gorgeous. They have a gorgeous family. He played in the NFL, if I remember correctly. And I guess he came out, got injured, or whatever. He left the NFL. He had invested his money like he was supposed to do. Like a smart man, he invested his money, but then he lost his money. And they wound up going back to live with his mother. Now, as a man, his ego had to be in the gutter. Had to be in the gutter. As his wife, as his spouse, she went with him back home to his mama. And then he says one day she got up. I love this story. She was getting dressed, makeup on, everything. He was like, "Where you going?" She said, "We need some money. I'm going to get a job." That's what she was supposed to do. That is what a wife does. She holds her man down. She builds him back up. She lets him know, "I got you." Y'all need to take a page out of her book. That's what y'all need to do. Take a page out of her book. She went and got a job. She went and got a job. She said, "We need some money." Point blank, period. That's what men need. A woman that's going to hold them down. A woman that's going to keep their secrets. A woman that's going to have their back. A woman that's going to make them feel safe. That's it. They need a woman that's going to make them feel safe. So if you're not going to make a man feel safe, leave him alone before you damage him any worse than he already is. Leave him alone. Don't do no more damage to a man than he already has. Leave him be. Let him go find somebody who's going to love him, who's going to hold him down, who's going to have his back, who is going to be his safe space. Because y'all can mess a man up, but he'll never come back. He'll never be the same. I know a few men, after they left a woman, they wasn't never the same again. So do us a favor. Leave these black men alone. Life is hard enough for them as it is. Please. If you're not sure you have what it takes to build him up, leave him be until you're sure. Because when you damage a man, it ain't like Play-Doh, we just break him down and build him back up again. No, that's not how that works. They have feelings and emotions just like women. And when they decide to show them to you, don't step on them and throw them in a NutriBullet and pour it into a cup. Don't do that. Don't do that. Support him. Let him know it's okay to be vulnerable with you. If you don't have that skill set and you're not ready to accept a man being vulnerable, then leave him alone. We're not playing house. This ain't Monopoly. This is a person, a human being with feelings. All right, guys. On that note, I'm going to end today's episode. Make sure you like, click, and share the episode. Because I know this video is on YouTube. If you're on the audio, make sure you guys click the bell so you're notified when the new episodes come up. They always get on me. You never say that. So I'm saying it. Click the bell so that you're notified when the new episodes come on. Like it and share it because you never know who needs this. Okay? Thank you for coming to It's the King Thing with Miss Ray. Have an amazing day. And in my girl Tabitha Brown words, and if you don't you dare go messing up nobody else's. Here's some rays from Ray. Woo. Don't be judging my nail polish, y'all. Y'all notice that's powder. I cracked it and I can't get it out until I go to the nail shop. And I know y'all know how I am about my nails. I love you guys. Take care.